It should be the real one now, right? Okay. Yeah, Kath, that's okay. We'll do that. So just keep those in mind. I already have 3 here I want to do. I already got 1 set up. I got 1 set up right now. So let's share my screen. Okay. So I'm going to end the voting. I'm going to end the poll. Let's see what y'all say. Okay, 100%. There we go. Okay, so I will this year, I promise you, we're going to do some really cool streams in some really cool cities with Alfie. Sometimes it'll just be me, but I got some really cool cities I have planned to travel to this year. We're going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an urgent announcement. Our song, End Zone, has been blowing up recently, and it's gotten a lot of streams on Spotify. We are so close to beating our biggest song we've ever done, which is CC's and Elvie's. It has 44,000 streams. Currently, End Zone is on 35,000 streams. So if you can go and stream End Zone so it becomes our #1 song on our Spotify channel, please, that would mean so much. Thank you, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is our first video of the day. We should live stream our next live performance. Yeah, Alfie, I think that's a sick idea. I think that's a sick idea. So, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen.
我们全部在一起的时候，如果连经纪人都有的时候是用韩语在交流，但是呢，如果只有我们7个人的时候是用中文在交流。
Okay, how is my voice to this?
但是呢，只有 Lucas
Am I
跟 Henry
quiet?
还有小
Am
雪
I
的时候
too
是用
loud?
粤语在交流，
对，
然后只有我跟 Ten 的时候是用英语在交流，我跟 Ten 的时候是用韩语交流。对，我们是天才。
In what
Perfect.
language should
Okay.
I think in? Sometimes I think in English, and sometimes I think in Chinese.
อะไรใหม่ๆเนี่ยครับก็เลย Oh, what happened to my Thai? Oh my god, again.
네, 너무 좋아요.
用中文会。
Wavy is part of NCT. Perfect. That makes so much more sense now. Okay. I get it now. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, we're getting NCT. We're getting NCT lore.
对，很喜欢的。
人们在那个邮册上。
中国잠깐만 외전이 중국어
宇宙英文怎么出来着？啊，to the
Wait, what?
외전이
이번 제
중국어
宇宙英文怎么出来着？啊，to the
space
to the some 不是 some
galaxy
Galaxy?
galaxy
To the galaxy.
to the F
我也会。
Wait, you know what's funny? They can't say Samsung because they're not sponsored by Samsung. Is that it? It's Chinese NCT. Yeah, SK, that's a good idea. We can do that. We can do that. Yo, that's crazy. They can't even say Samsung. That's crazy.
会讲我们，但我们都不熟。
You know what? That's
The
me.
man looks
That is me. I struggle in all my languages, bro. There's not a language I don't struggle in.
我也会讲我们，但我们都不熟。
Okay,
the
perfect. Thank
man
you,
looks
Nicole.
so you're not decorating the mian that well, and then you mix it, and then you mix the carrot with the mian.
你刺激果球啊，这样刺激我就可以买。他的主持人刺激，
要我们
exciting
啊，中国偷唱他那么说。
So I have a question for anybody who is a speaker of Mandarin, Korean, or Japanese. How intelligible is it between Korean and Chinese, like Mandarin Chinese? Because I have some Chinese friends and they have told me there are words that are mutually intelligible between Japanese and Chinese. And I believe he told me that the Chinese alphabet is based off Japanese letters. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Japanese letters are based off the Chinese alphabet. I'm not sure. It's like either or. So like, is there any words or like language that is slightly intelligible between the two, or is it not a thing. Like it's completely just a completely different language, like Russian and Spanish. Like there's nothing. I'm kind of curious.
Language genius.
好，那最后是不对，你们好，我们是，大家好，我们是
For me, wait, what happened to my time?
Before Lucas went to America, he asked me to speak English with him like every day. Hey, Yang, let's start speaking English. But then after 2 minutes, he started speaking Chinese again.
because very 머리 아파.
Where is Queen?
Where is Queen? Queen.
No Queen. Queen is 我们的妈妈是不是？
Let's try to introduce in all like
I don't-
seven languages.
No.
Seven languages.
Because she's
What is it?
You know what? I will say this. The fact that K-pop stars or idols speak multiple languages is so impressive. Like I'm telling you, and to answer your question, the spoken languages are not very related outside of specific words. Written language of ancient Korea came from China until they created a simplified version. So, I'm guessing they don't use the same letters then. I'm assuming. Like what I wanted to say about idols are they have to learn multiple languages, like 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 languages, which is incredibly hard. And sometimes these languages aren't related to each other at all, kind of like Chinese, Korean, and stuff. So it's so impressive that they're able to do that and manage that. Like you're not, I'm no offense, but like you're not seeing American artists do that. Like American artists that are like American, like not like an American artist who's also Latino or an American artist who's also Filipino or something, because those people will speak, Filipino or Spanish, but that's because of their family heritage. You know what I mean? Like it's not because they were learning a language because of their art. They knew a language because of their family. And so it just makes idols so much more impressive, in my opinion. Yes, there are some words that can sound a bit similar. I'm learning Korean and Mandarin, more advanced in Korean, cute in Chinese, and Japanese sounds similar. Oh, the word cute in Chinese and Japanese sounds similar, for example, but not the same pronunciation. Very interesting. Yeah, like, because my friends are Chinese, they speak Mandarin, and they're like born and raised in China. So they tell me, it's like, bro, if we went to Japan, like we're struggling, but there are like certain things here and there that they can pick up from each other, which is super fascinating to me.
In 7 languages. Let's try. Okay, let's go. 新浪是直播7个小时，不是讲7language 技师。
我说，Lucas
说不出来这个喝一口啊！喂。
OK， 你先喝吧。
我跟你说啊。
I learned Spanish, but I almost forget all of it now. So hard.
Not even joking, that's just me, man. I literally took Spanish in university, and the saddest part is I didn't practice it a lot, and now my Spanish is horrendous. The video is called The Beginner's Guide to NCT. Thank you, Nicole. I will check that out. We will check that out today. Korean alphabet is the easiest in my opinion. How many letters is it in the Korean alphabet? It's more than 27, right? It's more than the English alphabet, correct?
강한 남자 핸들. 그거 강한 웨이브. 그 뭐지? 그런 거 없어요. 한국어 아니야.
Let me know when you wanna talk. Your lover talk. Oh my god. No, your body talk.
是帮你说了，
是 body talk 啊 ，lover talk 啊，真的。
喂，
对不起，我都忘了。Sometimes we mess up And for like the Korean version, if we do the Chinese lip sync, we have to start everything over again.
오케이. 나중에 정답. 왜 잠깐만요. 잠깐만. 야, 그게 보고 싶어. 그게 보고 싶어. 일단 그 제목은 중국어로 설명 한번 해줘.
설명해 주세요. 이거
설명해줘.
자기
야, 진짜 사랑해. 왜 이렇게 근데 왜 이렇게 제목 빨리 소개해 줘.
설명해야지.
이거 봐봐 댓글. 나 못 알아서 빨리.
저도 모르겠어요. 네가 정답하고
솔직히 저 여기서 모르겠어요.
What language do they speak?
We speak mixed.
No, I mean like
We speak wavy language.
the cat.
The cat.
So like for the dog, he speaks. She speaks Cantonese when she's learning.
Yeah.
She speaks Chinese when we're playing with her.
Yeah.
And she speaks English when Ten is trying to like not get the dog in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so cheeky.
So cheeky.
So cheeky. I'm a best. I'm a. 저는 나빴어.
네, 감사합니다. 강아지. 뭐야 감사합니다.
Honestly, like yeah, their interviews are hectic, like low key, but I feel like that's because of the edit. I don't think they're like, I don't know for sure, but I feel like it's less about them, them having a really hectic edit, a hectic interview, more that it's the edit, the way it's cut looks very hectic because it's just cut so quickly. But to be fair, if you get like 6 guys in a room and try to interview them, it's going to be tough. Try to get me and Alfie in a room. In some of the late 2nd generation and early 3rd generation groups, the foreign idols really struggle to adapt as trainees due to the language barriers. That's very interesting to look at. Yeah, it is. No, it genuinely is really fascinating. That is actually so fascinating. And it's not an aspect I don't think anybody thinks about, especially like as just a normal person. Because all you think about is like, oh, can they dance? Can they sing? Can they write lyrics? That's about it. Nobody thinks about the other aspects that you have to sell yourself as a brand, as a market, in multiple markets to speak different languages, right? Because like it's, even though K-pop is Korean, right? You have to, at minimum, reach a Western audience now. It's like the expectation. If you're going to be a successful K-pop group, there's an expectation that you will reach out to the Western market and you'll reach out to the Japanese market. It's an expectation. So I'm not surprised that that's what they make these artists do, is learn like Japanese, learn English, learn Chinese, because these are the markets that you're marketing towards. I'm not surprised. Since Wavy makes music in Chinese, they always have to have a Korean version. For that, they need to film the music video twice. Yeah, that would suck. Actually, Win-Win and NCT really struggled for a while, and they really restricted his vocal parts because of it. Yeah, okay. That sucks. That's crappy, but I get it. Zital, former EXO member. Can you explain why he left, SK? Like, do you know the story why he left?
감사합니다. 감사합니다. 네, 하나, 둘, 셋. 강한 웨이비, 강한 샤오준, 강한 루카스, 강한 핸들리, 강하지, 강한 군, 강한 태양, 강한 위명, 강한 양양. Yes.
Okay.
TMI.
TMI.
I said it in Spanish, but I said it in Korean, but I'll say it again in English.
然后有的时候讲一句话的时候呢，他可能会3个语言夹在一起。
对。
Do you 想去吃咖喱汤？你想不想一起去吃 samgyeopsal？ 就是会太多语言了，没办法，这就是国际男团的好处，对不对？
Okay,
Bro, this is, you gotta speak in 3 different languages, bro.
He speaks Korean, English mostly, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes he speaks Chinese with us.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes Cantonese.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they speak like 4 languages.
And then now we're learning cat language.
That's the language.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the language I want to speak, guys. I want to speak cat. Meow. That's what I want to do.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Midnight.
Yeah, you and me, the whole club's flooded, you're the only one I'm watching. Oh, come and see, the bottles in the club got both our bodies talking.
SM has always catered to the Chinese, and JYP always catered more to Japanese. I can see that. You know what? As a company, as a business, you kind of need to find your own niche market and kind of push for it. It makes sense. Aviation's the same thing. Like, you'll have airlines that will pick a region that is underserved and then service that. And another company will prefer another region because, you know, it's business. Business is business. So I'm not surprised they do that. 3 of the original members, who are all Chinese, left for various reasons, but ultimately felt like SM wasn't honoring their contracts for their solo aspirations. Yeah, that can make sense. Hey, Jian Jungkook, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Hi, guys. Once again, how y'all doing? I have a bit of a cold, so I'm at home trying to get better. Oh, I hope you get better soon. I'm not feeling well as well. It's been a bit rough. It's been rough, but we're gonna go grind through this together.
Yeah. I recently broke up with my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, sorry. We have been together for almost 4 years. Yes. It's been hard for me. Can you say something to turn me up?
I think my language, my language like storage is enough. I can't take any more. Because like
bro, you just need to download. All you need to do, bro, you just download. You get like the expansion pack in the brain. Like, it's one of those memory chips. You just put it in here in the back here, and you're good to go. You can download another 3 more languages. Trust me, it works.
I tried to learn Thai and Indonesian nowadays, but it's too hard for me. So like somehow my brain can't absorb so many things.
저희가 어떤 채널도
To be fair, I feel like to really learn a language, and I'm sure a lot of you can speak this, you have to live in that country that speaks that language. You have to live in that culture, live in that language. Like, so much of a language is so contextual to the culture, the history, the living experience of the people who speak that language, right? For example, Russian is very, very, very expressive in terms of the ways they talk about love, the ways they talk about struggle and pain. And it's because like the Russian experience of those things has been a lot of that. So, and like it speaks like that. Like, I feel like English for the most part is a very, it's not a, I don't want to say it's not a beautiful language, but it's not a beautiful language. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like Portuguese, Spanish, Arabic, other languages, the way you can express love, the way you can express poetically ideas, feelings, it's just so much more deeper and more poignant than English. English is really good at giving a precise thing, you know? Learned English without going into English-speaking countries, but yeah, for the most part, it's important to immerse yourself with contents in the language. Yeah, I agree. Like, I genuinely feel if you really want to learn a language, you have to live in that country. You have to be part of that culture. You need to integrate yourself. Because it's just the aspect of language. It is just how languages work, right?
많이 기대해 주세요.
It's like today when I went to Starbucks, the staff asked me because I bought
Yeah,
like
I
a
agree,
sandwich,
SK.
So the staff asked me if I wanted to heat, but I didn't understand that word in Korean. So I was like, I want to take out. And then like she asked me again, do you want to heat it up? I was like, I want to take out. And then like we stood there and looked at each other for like 5 seconds. And then she gave up. She's like, microwave? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's the awkwardest thing ever.
그 이거
You know the one that we have to go to the water? Like
땡기는 거
there's like river and then we have to go to it.
맞아.
That one.
그 여하잖아 여.
아니야.
아니었어요.
Yeah,
썬으로 이렇게 땡겨야지.
본캐 라면 먹기 전에.
You know, like the problem with both of us is like we don't know what language to use sometimes. So like sometimes I talk to him and he.
What language you want to talk in today?
Today, English. Like because like how do you say? If I speak Chinese to you, it feels awkward.
Yeah.
And if I speak like Korean to you, it's like I don't know. Two foreigners like talking.
好像是5种，哪5种？德文、中文、英文、韩文，
He speaks German, Chinese. Wait, what's the last one?
然后一点点的西班牙文。
German, Chinese, English, Korean, Spanish. You know what's the crazy part about this? Is none of those languages are even remotely close to each other in how they function. Like none of those languages are even remotely close in how they function. Like the reading, the writing, the nouns, the pronouns, where adjectives and nouns and verbs sit in a sentence. None of those are the same. Like none of them. That is so crazy. He grew up in Germany, so German is his first language, right? John Jungkook, before I moved to South Korea, I had to learn it before I went. So through my senior year in high school, I had to learn it every day, and even then, I had to learn it still until I was fluent. Yeah, see, yeah, like it's tough. I'm sure now that you still live in Jungkook, you still live in South Korea, right? So, like, how do you feel now? Like, how do you feel now about your your Korean speaking skills now that you live there? So he grew up in Germany. So I'm assuming he was born and raised speaking German, right? CL is an artist that I really love for you guys to check out. She's fluent in Korean, English, Japanese, French. Her father was a renowned physicist? Okay. All right. I will put it down in the notes. CL. Okay. Put it in the notes. I still live there. I speak fluently. It's just writing in Korean is more difficult. Yeah, that makes sense. I can imagine. Like my dad, for example, learned to speak Portuguese because of living in a Portuguese speaking country, and marrying my mother. And he, to this day, he can't write in Portuguese. He can only speak in Portuguese. Yeah, SK, I agree.
给他们看嘛。哦 ，OK， 先用中文吧。中文大家听过，英文。好 OK，What's up, guys? My name is Yang Yang, and I'm from Wow, amazing! I don't know what to say. Wow, genius!
I can't think of it. I can't remember. Yes, I definitely confused when I switch language. It's really hard. I can't just like speak Thai and then move to Korean, move to Chinese, and move to English. Just boom.
Boom.
My brain just like out of function.
Boom.
안녕하세요, 텐입니다. 你好, 我是 Ten. Hello, I'm Ten. 我是 Ten です. สวัสดีครับ Ten ครับ.
You, anyone. Okay.
대박. 你5门是中文、韩语、日语、英语、一点点，真的。こんにちは、僕はウィンです。よろしくお願いします。厉害厉害。
But in my dreams, I speak the language which I use like before I went to sleep. Does it make sense? So if I speak Korean before I went to sleep, I have Korean dreams. Yeah, that's messed up.
That's so interesting. I've never thought about that in my life. I can't even remember my last dream, like the language, like what I said. I've never thought about that. That's actually so interesting. I'm gonna try to remember this when I wake up tomorrow. Other languages that BTS members speak may include Hindi, Tagalog, Thai, Mandarin. Who's speaking these languages? French, Spanish, Portuguese. They also speak. I know they speak definitely. Like RM, I'm pretty sure is completely fluent in English, Korean, obviously, and then I'm pretty sure he speaks Japanese fluently as well. But who in the group speaks like Vietnamese or Spanish or Portuguese? Like who in the group speaks that?
뭐 배웠어요? 또 히라카나. 에? 무슨 또 히라카나. 무슨意思? 조금 히라카나.
그래서 전 지금 언어를 다 어떻게 섞어서 해요. 영어 시작, 중간 중국어, 그리고 끝날 때 영어.
That's fair.
잠깐만요.
That's a global language right there.
끝날 때 한국어 써요. 되게 이상하죠. So you guys, 今天要不要去吃삼겹살? Like that's how I speak normally. So like I think only my members and my managers understand what I'm saying sometimes.
Parte de Henry Yang Yang en esta canción, sobre todo la de Yang Yang. 谢谢。可以吗？待会我们的题目等于上面你是不是自己下下去的？真的，我最喜欢啊！我还是有一点下雨。哦。
I kind of feel like every time I open live, people treat me as like a translator. It's like, speak that. But like, it's okay. That's why I learned my
Okay,
language.
that's fair, Rebecca. That's fair.
Yeah, we had to choose between Spanish and French. And at that time, I thought Spanish was like easier to learn. So I chose Spanish.
Spanish is easier to learn than French. I think French is a much harder language to learn. The rule set is a lot more complicated for the French language. Hey, Madeline, welcome back. Welcome back. No, but like I think he's right. Like Spanish is the easier language to learn. French is much more complicated because they have a lot of influences from other languages, the Germanic language, the English language, obviously vulgar Latin, right? So there's a lot of really weird rules and exceptions in French that you wouldn't see in Spanish. So I think Spanish is the easier language to learn.
To
exactly.
boost my grades.
French pronunciation is really
Nah, just kidding, because I really like Spanish.
Yeah, Kath.
And also
I
really enjoy
you probably
Spanish.
know better than anyone else. So like I learned a little. Parlez-vous petit français? Petit français. Like we learned French in school because in Canada we're a bilingual country. We have to learn French. But like the rules, so I went to school and I studied French, and I went to school and I studied Spanish. Spanish is so much more of a straightforward language. Maybe it's because I speak Portuguese. It's so much more of a straightforward language than French. The rules are very hard to remember. Like I feel like you need to speak French every single day, and you need to speak French with other French people every single day to really become a good French speaker. Okay, so
food and like I went to Spain a lot before.
Okay. Quick shout out to Jae Yun the Peach for this video. It was a great video and it was super interesting, honestly. That was like really introspective. Okay, so we're gonna get back. I'm gonna just scroll through right now because there was one that was really good that I wanted to react to. So just give me a second.